The first morning in a new world dawn, filtered through the cracks of a wooden hut, constructed from rough timber, patched with clay, and topped with a straw-covered roof. It stood like something transported straight from a medieval European village into the heart of America's wilderness. Inside, lying on a bed stuffed with fresh straw, rested Eleanor Wooden, Thomas's wife, and a newly delivered mother. From the open doorway came the sounds of clucking chickens that walked freely inside the hut, an unusual yet necessary coexistence between humans and nature in this land. Eleanor listened to the morning, axes chopping wood, men calling to one another, the distant neigh of horses. This was the beginning of their new life. A discussion of the future. Outside the hut, Thomas Wooden stood talking to his neighbor. Jonah Brown Thomas held a large leather-bound ledger, as if copied from a medieval monastery. Inside were the settlement's early records, land measurement, crop notes, barter exchanges with the local tribes, hunting results, and river data. Jonah said, "The northern river is rising. The native hunters say there will be plenty of fish this year." Thomas nodded thoughtfully. "Then we must use it wisely. We have land, we have hands. Now we need cooperation." The two men looked over the small clearing that would one day become farmland, barns, and perhaps even a Chapter 3 life on the edge of civilization. Autumn spread across the forest, painting the trees with gold and crimson. Life in Wooden's homestead was a daily struggle, gathering firewood, storing dried berries, repairing roofs, hunting deer, saving grain for winter. Women washed clothes by the river, children chased each other along muddy paths, and men shaped logs into planks for new shelters. The settlers brought medieval European habits with them, rituals, tools, clothing, yet the land forced them to adapt in every way. The arrival of Winakaha. Late in the afternoon, Eleanor heard quiet footsteps. Standing in the doorway was Winakaha, a woman of the local Indigenous tribe. She carried a woven basket filled with healing herbs, dried corn, wild berries, and a special root used to strengthen mothers after childbirth. With a warm smile, Winakaha said, "We welcome your new life. This land nourishes all who respect it." Eleanor smiled gratefully. "Without your knowledge, we might not have survived this far." Their friendship would one day help bind the settlers and the native people together. Chapter 5. Night Fires and New Dreams. As the sun set, smoke spiraled upward from every hut. Men gathered around the fire, wrapped in heavy woolen cloaks. Women cooked porridge in clay pots, while children ate corn cakes baked earlier in the day. Thomas gazed into the flickering flames. "This land is harsh, but our children will one day call it home. They will see a future we can't yet imagine." Jonah laughed. "You speak like a knight from the old world, Thomas." Thomas replied, "Perhaps, but to survive here, we must be as brave as the knights of old." A night of silence and hope. One by one, the lights in the huts went dark. Moonlight washed the forest trails in silver. From far away came the howl of wolves, the murmur of the river, and the deep breath of the woods. Eleanor lay beside her newborn, listening to the quiet heartbeat of the new world. One day, she thought, these forests will hold towns, roads, trade, freedom, and our children will witness the birth of it all. Epilogue. The beginning of America. Through hardship, cooperation, courage, and a willingness to learn from those who knew the land first, Wooden's homestead stood as a symbol of the earliest beginnings of